Anxious to step through the gate again, Major?
Yes, I am.
We all are.
Would you like us to bring back anything special?
No thanks.
Groceries, new outfit, flatware?
No, just yourselves in one piece, please. Dial it up. You're safe.
Welcome to the Jumping Puddles podcast. Be sure to listen to us on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and or YouTube. And follow us at Jumping Puddles Podcast on Tumblr, Instagram, and the Jumping Pun Pod on Twitter. Whew, that was a lot, but we finally did it. Now let me introduce everyone to the team we have on here. First up, we have Tor.
Oh, me first? Woo!
Yeah. I'm putting you in the spotlight.
Oh boy. Hi, I'm Tor. She, her, and you can find me on Tumblrs at Rodney McKay's and on Twitter at McKay's Rodney.
Everyone clap.
Thanks, guys.
All right, and next up we have Ash.
Hi, I'm Ash, she, her. I'm from Germany, and you can find me on Instagram. My name is Stargate Lover, and also Tumblr. I'm also Stargate Lover, but with a 3 instead of the last E.
Woo! All right, and last but definitely not least, we have the good old Australian Sam.
Hi, I'm Australian Sam. I'm from Australia. If you didn't know that, I'm 23. I'm a she, her. I'm McSheps on Tumblr and on Twitter, and that's it. I think. Yes, it's me.
Woo! And then I am American Sam. As you can see, we have 2 Sams here, Australian and American. And I'm she, her as well. And I'm at Teggy Love on Twitter and Instagram. Yay! We're clapping again. We're happy to be here. All right. So for this first intro episode, we decided to have a little questionnaire for you guys to get to know us. And so we'll just be reading off some questions, some Stargate-based questions, and then we'll just answer them and have a good time.
Yeah.
Perfect. Okay, so our first question is, how did you get into Gate? And anyone can answer. Just go ahead and just start us off.
This is kind of strange, I guess, but my Stargate journey did not start when I was a child, but rather when I started going to university, fresh out of high school, where my big, huge obsession was New Trek and Star Trek the original series, because the alternate universe original series movies were coming out then, and so, you know, sometimes I'd put the Canadian Sci-Fi Channel on because I forgot to mention that's where I'm from. And I just left it on in the background. And I caught some glimpses of Stargate here and there, but, like, I didn't really sit and watch it until I started university. And I was commuting really long. And I was a science student, so I spent, like, hours upon hours on campus between classes. So I was like, why don't I just watch this show about space? And so I did. And I didn't start at SG-1 like I was supposed to. Oh, no. I started backwards. Yep. Sacrilege. And I started watching Atlantis first. And I fell absolutely in love with the characters and the setting.
Okay, perfect. I guess I can go. Sure. Yeah. So I actually watched it again super late as well. I saw that it was added to Netflix last year, SG-1. And so I actually put it on my watch list. But I was actually finishing up school. It was my last semester of undergrad. And one of my coworkers came up to me because we were talking, and he kind of knew my undergrad thesis was on human sacrifice in the Mediterranean. And so we were just talking about, like, sci-fi and stuff. And he was like, yo, have you watched Stargate? And I was like, no, what's that? And he was like, well, there's, like, things that pretend they're ancient Egyptians in SG-1. And I was like, what? There's a show that, like, has fake evil space aliens that are worms. No. I mean, basically, he also just mentioned Atlantis, and that was it. I just went home. Like, I was like, fuck finals. I went home. I watched the first episode of SG-1, and like the second Apophis came through the gate, I was like, yeah, no, this is it. This is my true love. And yeah, that was it.
I'm sorry. I had to laugh.
Someone please go, please.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Okay. So I started Stargate the right way by watching SG-1.
Damn.
But at the same time, I did SG-1 a little dirty and only watched a few episodes and got really excited about the whole Stargate universe. And I started like Googling. I was like, are there any prequels? Is it just this one? Oh, I'm excited. So, and then I found Stargate Atlantis. And I'm like, oh, this sounds amazing. I'm going to start watching this. And then I just completely forgot about SG-1 and stopped watching that and just fell in love with Atlantis even more. I was like, I really enjoyed the characters a lot more, the setting, all of it. It's just so much more. I also jumped on the bandwagon late. I was like a few years out of high school, I think. And the only reason why I started watching SG-1 where in the description, like they had like character names and stuff, and I saw someone was named Sam. I'm like, I really want to watch this. There's another character with my name in it. I was like, I have to watch this. And that's how it all started for me.
Nice.
Amazing. So I actually started watching I also started the right way. I started with SG-1. I guess none of us started with the movie, with the actual movie. But
Yeah, I forgot about that.
So yeah, I started I think in 2010, and my brother was watching it with my mom, but I was too young to watch it. And when they finished it, or when my mom finished it, I don't know, it was kind of in my brain that when she finished it, she would watch it again with me, and we did that. So we watched SG-1 and SG-A, and later I also watched Universe. And yeah, in 2014, I started my fan page on Instagram, and that was my door to the fandom. And I've been there ever since, and I kind of started out on other social media as well. But yeah, and now I'm here doing a podcast.
Nice.
I love that you watched it
Damn,
with your
2014.
mom.
Yeah.
Yeah. I started watching it without her, even while we were watching it, because I loved it so much. I was doing it like I watched episodes that we had already watched, so I was rewatching again while we were watching.
Oh, I love that.
But she didn't know. Yeah. I was like, yeah, I can't find out that I'm watching without her.
That's so cute. Okay, and our next question is, how did we all meet? So I met Tor through Twitter.
Yep.
We started, just DMing and just when I started being more active in the Stargate community. On Tumblr, I met Ash, and I saw her lovely ideas and her beautiful takes on Elizabeth and Taylor, and I was in for it. And then I actually just met Australian Sam like 2 weeks ago, but it's been so fun.
Oh, yeah. I mean, I met everyone else through Tor, so she was like my
Your gateway.
gateway, if you will, to where I am right now. We met each other on Tumblr, actually. Yeah, we're both making GIFs, I think. Yeah.
Praise
I was
the two gift makers.
Yes. I was super excited to find someone else that made GIFs and stuff, because I was making them like ages, like a year and a half ago with another Tumblr account that I've since deleted. And there was like no one in the fandom, so I'm like, I don't really want to keep making GIFs anymore. It's like, there's no fun, there's no one else here. Then I came back, I was like, I'll just make an account centric to Stargate Atlantis, and then I saw Tor, I'm like, oh my god, I have to message this person. It's like, oh my god, I have to befriend them, do everything you can. And then here we are.
It was like the Spider-Man meme, where there's like two Spider-Mans pointing at each other.
I know. Yeah. Oh man.
And now we're here. Now we started a
Now
podcast.
we're here, yeah.
Yes.
Okay, next question. How long has it been since you've watched Atlantis in entirety? Like not just like a random episode, but like the whole bang.
Ooh.
Oh, so I started a rewatch actually like a few months ago, but I've only gotten to season 2. And that I've watched it all, I think it has to be like 3 or 4 years.
Oh whoa.
Yeah,
Been a
really
while.
long. Yeah, it has. I mean, I don't remember a lot about the last 2 seasons, I think. When I watch episodes, it's mostly from the first 3. Guess why?
Ooh, can we guess?
I have no idea. Tell us why. No.
We'll come to that.
Yeah, we'll get there. We'll get there.
I have a confession to make. And that confession is I actually haven't finished Atlantis in its entirety. Like, I think I got to the end of season 4 or start of season 5, and I was like, yeah, I can't do this. And that's mostly due to the fact that John and Ronnie had like less and less scenes together. I was like, well, I'm like a hardcore McShep fan, so it's like as soon as that started happening, I was like, why am I still watching this again? So I went back and googled some to find if there was any more like really good episodes, and I found The Shrine. So that's probably the furthest I've seen. That was probably like 2 years ago.
Oh, okay.
Oh damn! So you're
I
gonna
think
see
you'll
some of these
all
episodes
find
for the
us-
first time.
Yeah. I think we all have our opinions on season 5, which we will eventually get to. Just wait. Just wait.
Oh, I'm so
Shots fired.
excited. Oh.
Me too.
Oh, I guess I'll jump in now. I'd say, the last time I watched it full rewatch was about a year or so ago. You know, with COVID and everything, everyone was home. And every time I rewatch, I try to rope another family member into watching it with me. And my dad was home, so I was
Amazing.
like, "Hey, Dad, do you want to watch this?"
A
really...
new victim.
Yeah. Exactly. He was my unsuspecting victim. So I sat him down and we watched it all. But I put on episodes all the time. Like probably last week I'd watched something like The Tower or something. Just when I'm cleaning or doing other stuff, you know?
So, did your dad like it?
Yeah, we really want to know.
I think he enjoyed it for at least the explosions and the space battles.
Oh, that's awesome. And so for me, again, I just started SG1 last December. Like, it's coming up to like my 1-year anniversary with Stargate. Yeah. Oh, I'm a baby. So I finished Atlantis in like June or July, and that was like obviously my first time watching. So this is gonna be like my first rewatch.
Ooh.
Amazing. That's so cool.
Yeah. All right. Next question. Favorite Stargate show?
Oh, man.
Oh, that's Atlantis, hands down. I mean, I don't know about you guys, but Jumping Puddles.
Jumping
I feel like you're gonna take me off the podcast when I say that it's SG1.
Quick, someone's
You're being exiled. Get out of here.
It's SG1, but closely, really, really, really closely followed by SGA.
I'll accept it.
Okay.
Fine, I guess.
Just because we love you.
Ah, I love you too.
A little less now that I know that. No, I'm kidding.
And then, yeah, Atlantis also for me. It definitely crept up on me because for so long I was like, SG1. And then I guess when I finished it, all of a sudden, all I could think about was Atlantis. And I feel bad because on Twitter, like, people knew me as like an SG1 stan, and then I just completely flipped it on them, and now I'm all about Atlantis, and I'm like, guys, I'm so sorry.
And then you got your Shepherd profile
To the dark
pic.
side.
Yeah, I changed. Sorry, guys.
Yeah, I mean, for my blog, I'm sure it's obvious, but I gotta say Atlantis too. It was my first, even though it wasn't supposed to be, and it entertained me through the trials of being a perfectionist honor student. So I have to go with Atlantis. Plus, the premise for me is a big thing, like them being in a completely different galaxy and being cut off from Earth. Particularly that first season was like cool. That was cool. So,
100% agree.
Yeah.
All right, next up to the fun part. All right, guys, favorite characters. Let's go.
oh no.
We're gonna talk about this for like 2 hours.
I'm just gonna say Elizabeth.
Yay!
Always has been my favorite. Like in Atlantis, in SG1 it's Sam, but in Atlantis it's absolutely Elizabeth. I love her so much, and the first time I heard that people didn't like her, I was like, what? How can you not like her? She's perfect. So yeah.
Amazing. I think for me, it's definitely John Shepard. He just became like my number one favorite character. It used to be Daniel and Vala. Then again, he just snuck up on me and just grabbed me by the throat.
It's definitely Rodney McKay for me. I don't know. I just have to say, like, I disliked him to a degree at the start, but he started to grow on me like a lot, to the point where I'm like, okay, I actually see past his selfishness and sass. I'm like, he's actually a decent character that is actually really complex, and I feel like sometimes underrated because people automatically hate him because he's an asshole a majority of the time. But yeah.
That's what makes him so good.
I know, right?
I mean, yeah. Oh, it's so hard for me to pick like favorites. People ask me all the time, and I'm like, I hem and haw. But I think it's pretty obvious from my social media accounts who my top.
Yeah, we
two
totally didn't know.
favorite is.
Who guessed?
I'm
Get
on
your
Discord. It's
pitchforks
like, oh,
out.
Rodney McKay, but then
Yeah, it's definitely Rodney. I don't know. I guess it may come as a shock to some people for his arrogant, whiny, and bitchy qualities. But for these reasons, he hath stolen my heart. Part of this is for extremely subjective reasons. I feel like maybe you can't tell from my online persona, but I'm quite soft-spoken, and I'm always like really deathly afraid of saying something that's gonna offend somebody or hurt somebody's feelings. So I admire his tactlessness a little bit for that reason. But also, on a more objective note, I just think he's an interesting guy because of his flaws. Like, he does a lot of growing throughout the series. He has his moments of bravery and competency when he's highly motivated, and that motivation tends to be the safety and security of his friends, which, of course, like, how can you not like that? So, yeah, I like him. He's cool.
Awesome.
I wholeheartedly agree.
Alrighty, next up, a really fun question. Favorite pairing in the Stargate franchise?
Ooh, of all time.
Oh.
Yep, I want to hear everyone's.
Our dirty laundry being exposed for all to see live.
Okay, I'm going to start by saying mine's definitely Keller and Rodney. I mean, sorry, that was someone else.
Oh
That wasn't me.
Wait, I'm sorry. Was Sam just abducted?
Yeah, we
someone
almost
just
kicked you out.
momentarily took possession over my mind and body, but mine's definitely mixed up. I mean, I stopped watching it because they had less and less scenes together, so that's like my sole basis for watching. No, I really appreciate the show overall. I do, but yeah, just like yes, that's all I'll say for now because there's another time for going in depth. But yeah, it's me.
So if you go all time, then I think I have to say Sam and Jack from SG1. I think they were my first real ship.
Oh, so cute.
Aww.
Yeah. I still love them. I kind of became a bit of a multi-shipper, so I ship almost everything. And everyone.
So valid.
Yeah.
Very.
Not everything. Everyone.
So you're so cold and rape action here.
But yeah. In Atlantis, it's Elizabeth and Taylor, which I only discovered like recently. I was a huge Elizabeth John or Sparky shipper.
Oh, I didn't know.
I don't know. It kind of
Oh, whoa.
yeah. I don't know. I think about the same time as Sam and Jack, I started shipping them, and then at some point I was like, I don't think Elizabeth is straight. Yeah, so, and then, I don't know, I kind of stumbled upon Taylor Elizabeth, which is kind of obvious, but oh my god, they are so perfect for each other. Yeah, so, yeah.
Agreed.
Yeah, no, I'm so here for this now. Like, we are going
here for
to make sure everyone knows that we are Taylor and Elizabeth stans and
Yes.
shippers, okay?
And they have so little screen time together. It's rude.
Ooh, we're gonna be ranting about that a lot. I already
Yeah.
feel it.
Yep.
Yeah.
I guess, yeah, okay. Let's just say it. Definitely McShep. Yes! Yeah, it's just so obvious. They're definitely my number one, although I do have to say they are tied for first place with Daniel and Vala. I'm just such a big fan of their relationship, romantic or not, but I prefer it to be romantic. They just, the 2 seasons that I had with them was just glorious. And like the 4.5 seasons I had with McShep were great too. And then from Universe, I'll throw in a Universe in there. I really like the Science Trio. I ship them a lot, actually. They're like the only couple I'm like, yeah, I'm here for it.
Wait, who?
It's the, okay, so there's Volker, Brody, and Park. They're like 3 scientists. They're just like in the background.
Oh
Yeah.
my god, yeah, definitely.
I'm a huge, like, I call them a Science Trio, but I'm a huge fan of them. Like, I think they are such a good ship.
Oh, that's so interesting.
They're
love
like
it.
such
I love
background
it.
characters. Yeah, until like season 2, and then I was like, wait a minute. No, I see it.
Yeah, I do see Brody and what's his name?
Volker, yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, I love it. Accept it.
Thank you. We're gonna start a cult for them too.
Your ship has been accepted. Stamp.
So full disclosure, I'm not a huge shipper. Like, I'm not big on romance in any franchise. And part of the reason I like Stargate so much is because through its storytelling, it kind of demonstrates how, you know, your love for a friend or found family can be a really galvanizing and powerful thing. That being said, I am a dirty McShepper.
Waiting for the bed. I was just waiting for it.
Just thought I'd get that full disclaimer out there before I drop that bomb. Yeah, I'm
Perfect.
I mean, I'm a sucker for like longtime friends, and the nerd jock thing, and the whole odd couple thing, and I don't know. I find it kind of subversive in their case, too, because John kind of has some nerdiness going on in him as well. So yeah, I love them.
Amazing. We all have such great taste.
Top
Absolutely.
tier.
Okay, up next, favorite episodes in Atlantis. For Atlantis.
Okay, I'll take that one. So I have a few. So my favorites are Before I Sleep, Elizabeth centered.
Oh yeah, I like that one.
The Real World, also Elizabeth centered. They are, oh my god, I could rewatch them over and over. They are so good. But I also love the 2-parter, The Storm and The Eye. I think it's just they're phenomenal
Have to agree
Yeah.
there.
Yeah. And I basically love all of season 1. I don't know, it's such a good season. I love everything.
I agree.
Season 1 is so underrated, I think, because no,
Yes!
it's so good.
Yeah. And I love Ford. I think he's amazing.
Yeah, there's something about
Yeah, no,
season
Ford is,
1
yeah.
in particular too. You know, everyone, like the expedition being cut off from Earth, it just lends itself to great stories. I love it.
Yeah.
Yeah, Ford is really sweet, and definitely, I think that it's definitely something that we're going to talk about, and I'll bring up a lot. Let me just say it right now. But I just love the idea of Atlantis being like an independent colony, especially in the first season. And then I was a little sad that Earth kind of came. I think Earth came a little too early in season 2. I think they should have maybe shown up in like season 3 or something. But yeah, no, season 1 is so good and just so weirdly underrated.
Agreed.
Yeah, so Grace Under Pressure for me is one of my all-time favorites. The Defiant one, which is kind of interesting. Like, I don't know, it's not really a in-depth episode. Like, I feel like it's like a filler episode, but it's still so interesting to me as well. I think it's fun. And then Miller's Crossing. That's definitely up there.
Yeah, that's a good one.
And
For sure.
and The Shrine. That's my top 4, I think.
It's so hard to pick and choose. If I'm doing one from every season, I'm gonna have to say I really like the Defiant one in season 1. I agree with you, Sam.
Yeah.
I just like how Shepard has to like herd these scientists off world. Pretty great.
Yes.
Unfortunate what happens to most of them, but and I think Rodney really comes into his own as like a member of an off-world team in that episode. He's a brave little toaster. I like to see that. And then for season 2, I want to say Trinity. Probably not a popular opinion.
Oh, that's definitely one of my favorites
No, I'm
too.
kidding.
Can we I'll add that as well. I'd
Yes.
like to go back and add that to mine, please.
Do it. Do it.
I think World Trinity stands here, right? Unless Ash, how do you feel about this
Yeah, how do you
episode?
feel about Trinity?
Sorry, side note.
Wait, what? Did you just ask me something?
Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah. How do you feel about Trinity?
shit.
Do you like it? Do you not like it?
I don't remember which episode that is.
Oh,
It's the one where Rodney blows up a planet.
Or like, what is it?
Oh,
The storm?
you mean 3/4 of...
Yeah.
Oh, I have no recollection of that.
He was totally convinced he could like understand the technology and control it. He was very
yeah.
wrong.
oh yes.
Yeah.
I think we have to wait for our rewatch to get there so I can give a right answer to that one.
That's okay.
Ooh, I'm
No,
excited.
I'm just glad you don't want to dislike it right off the bat. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm really excited to get your opinion on that one because I feel like it's quite divided. People have really strong opinions about that episode, either really positive or really negative.
And for me, it's just it didn't stick to my brain or something. I don't know.
We'll take it.
How sad. Yeah. I'm gonna rewatch it now.
Yay! Yeah, I like it because I feel like the sort of military versus civilian mindsets are kind of clashing, and it's interesting to see where Rodney the scientist falls in terms of ethics, and also just in terms of interpersonal dynamics too, like between John and Rodney, and then Rodney and Elizabeth. Even Caldwell gets in on there. So yeah. Season 3, I have to say, is The Return. Because I love the idea of the expedition being returned to Earth and them hating every minute of it.
Oh, I know, right?
Yeah.
And just, feeling like they don't belong because at different galaxies, they're home now. And yeah, I just love thinking about what they got up to on Earth. And then season 4, I have to say Doppelganger, which is kind of a strange one.
Ooh.
But I think any episode where John is being waterboarded emotionally is always a good time for me. I like when he's forced to confront things about himself and show weakness because he's very much the rock for everybody at all times, and the poor guy needs somebody to lean on, I think. And Rodney gets to be the knight in shining armor in that one, which is pretty good. And then season 5, I have to say Vegas, because of the same reasons as Doppelganger. Pretty much. You know, it's like a complete full circle for Shepard's entire character, I feel like, throughout the series, and a really perfect ending to his story. I feel like that is also controversial. But, yeah.
That is controversial. We'll definitely get into that.
I'm excited.
Yeah. Wait.
And then for me, I feel like there's so many good episodes. Like, it's definitely going to be a long list. But right off the top of my head, I love Irresistible, which I know. Ooh, that's another.
Ooh.
That's another controversial thing. I know. Let me explain myself really quick. I promise. I don't know. I just love how silly it is. Like, obviously, like, if you think about it like too seriously, it definitely crosses into some pretty sketchy territory. But just as like an episode, again, I just love that first of all, they're on the base, and then it's like everyone's involved. Like, not just the whole team is together, but also like Elizabeth and Carson and Zelenka, and so it's just kind of like a comfort episode for me, honestly.
Aww.
Okay, I love that. Yeah.
Please. Yeah. Okay. Thank you. I know. Sorry, I scared everyone in the beginning.
You did.
Next up, I really love Home, and I think it's such an underrated episode.
Agreed.
It is.
Like, I love the idea of each of them kind of going through like thinking they're back on Earth, and then like, I could talk about this, and we will for a good hour when the episode comes, and I'm so excited to hear everyone's thoughts on it. I also love Aurora. Again, kind of a weird episode, but like just the idea of like the team being like on an ancient battleship, and like there's a lot of team moments, and there's also that like big McShep moments when they go into like the little what is it, like the little mind space that all of like the Atlanteans are stuck in. It's so good. And they're just like commenting on the hot wraith. Like, I just love it. And then last, I do love Epiphany. I have some issues with it, but it's just such a good John Shepard episode, I think.
Valid.
The beard.
Again. Yeah. Oh, beard. Okay, we're all beard stands here, right?
Yes.
Are we all beard stands? And then obviously like the shrine and stuff, but that's a given.
I'm a little disappointed in Tord not mentioning the shrine like at all in her top favorite episodes. I just like to throw that out there, and you should explain yourself sometime. You don't have to do it now, but you know.
Oh, I will.
It's fine.
Oh yeah, Tor has a great reason for that.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah, she has an actual reason.
Shocking, I know.
And our last question, what expedition member would you be if you were on an Atlantis team?
It's a really great question.
I wonder who came up with that.
Yeah, I have no idea.
It's definitely not Australian Sam.
Definitely not. It's probably American Sam. Sounds like what
I don't know if they need one in the galaxy, but I think if I would be on an SG or AR team, I would be kind of a linguist.
Ooh.
Ooh.
Yeah, I study English and history, so it's kind of the closest that would get me on a Stargate team. Yeah, and if that's not it, I would probably be like a botanist or something, because I'm a plant mom. Yeah.
I saw your plant in the picture you sent of your mic, and I love it.
Yeah, he's not doing so well right now, sadly.
Oh no!
But,
Oh,
yeah,
no.
no, he's recovering. He's recovering. Yeah.
Okay, good.
I knew I would get my plants into this podcast episode.
Okay. I think for me, I kind of have to agree with Ash. I think I would be like the history member of the group. Again, sort of like Daniel. And I just know I would definitely have to be like physically dragged to go out into the field. Like I would be like clawing my way to stay in Atlantis because I would just be holed up in like some lab somewhere and would never want to leave. And someone would have to be like, "We need you," and I'd be like, "No, please, wait, not the wraith." And then honestly, yeah, I have to agree with Ash. I feel like just being a botanist would be so cool.
Right?
Like they just seem like they just have so much fun. I mean, obviously besides like all the scary deathly plants, but like it just seems such a nice environment. Like it's like Katie Brown is like your boss. Like she's so cool.
Hell yeah.
Yes.
It's not like Rodney who's like yelling at his interns. Like
Well, I'd definitely like to be someone that is out in the field a lot. I don't like being cooped up inside the majority of the time. So, I mean, I know there's like a huge risk factor in terms of leaving Atlantis, like always, like even being there. Like I don't know what kind of role to like, I don't know, to specify that I would like to be, but you know, someone that has I don't know, a mixture of skills, someone that's like sciencey, knowledgeable, whatever, but also someone that can like, you know, kick ass at the same time. That would be preferable.
So
Yes.
like Sam Carter?
Yeah.
I'd say. Yeah.
nice.
I love
Very
it.
good. Love it too.
Oh boy. Who? I'm trying to think of like my skills, and I feel like none of them are transferable to the field. Like I'd have to be that one expedition member who is just on base cataloging all of the ancient tech because none of the ancients bothered to label any of their shit. So
Agents, let's go.
the most dangerous things have no labels, and so I feel like that would be my job as a cataloger, to just go through everything and be like, is this deadly? Yes. Is this deadly? Probably.
I love
Probably.
that. Rodney would leave post-its with that on the different consoles.
Oh my gosh, yeah.
There's
my
like
gosh.
a post-it note on every single button on the console.
It's like his sign in I think it was the eye that's like do not touch or something, like extremely dangerous,
Yes.
underline.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
And John's face like,
Everyone just finds like these post-it notes like all over the city, and they're like, "What the hell is McKay doing this day?" And yeah, I think that's it. We wrapped up all the questions.
We did
Oh,
it.
wow.
Everyone,
Okay.
yeah. Woo! Everyone clap, cheer.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. The last thing, though, I did want to bring up was, you know, our collective goals for this podcast. Yeah. So
hello, Sam. What are our goals?
yeah. Thank you. What a great question you asked, Ash. Thank you. Our goal for this podcast is just to have fun and analyze some of our favorite characters and just come together and talk about one of our favorite shows. I know we aren't going to always see eye to eye, but that's what makes this experience so much fun. And I hope we're gonna be respectful. We're good. We're fine. We're friends.
We're all friends here.
Yeah. And I hope that our
Sorry.
Australian sounds like beat us up or something. She's waiting for one of us to slip.
Oh yeah, and then I'll strike. It's like
She knows Taekwondo, so be wary.
Krav Maga.
I'm scared.
Oh my god, my bad. No. And I hope our fun time translates through the screen, and I hope our listeners, if we have any, will also have fun with us as well. And that's it. Everyone clap again.
Yay!
Woo! I mean, everyone can, like, if you guys have any other things you want to add, for sure. I just kind of summarized it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think you said it.
Maybe. Yeah.
I don't know.
Wait, just then that we will start with Rising next week.
Yes.
yes.
Okay.
Or
Great
the
point.
following-
Okay, let me run through a little bit of our structure really quick. So, as of right now, it's going to be weekly, and next week we'll be recording Rising. It won't be next week for you guys, but it'll be next week for us. It'll be fun. And then we might throw in, like, occasionally, like, some special episodes in there, or we do other topics, like maybe we focus on one specific topic, or we do some fan fiction. That would be really fun, and we talk about, like, just the fandom history as a whole. Stay tuned for all that good stuff.
Coming up.
And be sure to follow us again. Sorry, I'm gonna plug it again really quick. Be sure to follow us at Jumping Puddles Podcast on Tumblr, Instagram, and Facebook, and Jumping Pud Pod on Twitter for updates and just fun little extras. I'm done. Go ahead.
Yay. See you there.
Thanks for joining us today. This is just our introduction episode, so definitely be sure to tune in next week. And thanks for listening, and I hope you guys had a good time getting to know us. We definitely probably won't be ranting as much as we did today, although we definitely will still be in our normal episodes. But yeah, hope you had fun. See you next time.
Thanks, guys.
Should we all say bye?
Bye.
Yeah, bye.
All right, you clowns, listen up. I don't often get a chance to say this, so savor it. Good work, boys and girls.